Hip flexor stretch, toe to wall, single arm overhead, dumbbell, thoracic arching. Are you an adult gymnastic skill seeker who sits at a desk all day? If so, chances are you've got tight hip flexors which won't help your front splits, gymnastics bridge and more. It's time to stretch your hip flexors. First things first, if you've got tight quads, you won't be able to access the hip flexors and you should focus on stretching the quads first. Check out the quad stretches on this channel. The toe to wall single arm overhead hip flexor thoracic arching stretch is effective for lengthening the anterior side of the hip and improving hip extension. It's a progression towards both the front splits and gymnastics bridge. To perform this stretch, you'll need a soft surface like a yoga block or an ab mat to place your knee on, a wall and a dumbbell. Place the toe on the wall and the knee on the soft surface in a half kneeling position. You want the shin to be at a 45-degree angle away from the floor, so don't place the knee too close to the wall. The knee of the front foot is bent at 90 degrees, with the foot flat on the floor. You want the back knee and the front foot to be roughly shoulder width apart for stability. Hold a light dumbbell in a single arm, let's say 4 to 10 kilos, on the same side as the foot on the wall. Place the dumbbell in a front rack position with a neutral grip, the palm of the hand facing inwards towards your ear. Reach the opposite arm out to the side to assist with balance. Next, set a strong posterior pelvic tilt, PPT, by tucking your tailbone between your legs and keeping the rear glute contracted for the entire stretch. Make sure the hips are square. Often the rear hip wants to rotate back towards the wall to lessen the stretch. Internally rotate the rear hip and keep pushing it forward. Next, slowly move the torso away from the wall to sink deeper into the hip flexor stretch. You can use the hamstring of the front leg to pull yourself deeper into the stretch. Try to close the angle between the front hamstring and calf muscle. Once you've reached the end range of the split, press the dumbbell overhead while maintaining a neutral grip. The palm stays facing inwards towards the head. As you press the dumbbell overhead, you want to move the dumbbell back slightly so your ear is visible in front of the arm. Now that you've reached the single arm overhead position, you can focus on extending the spine to increase the anterior chain stretch. From here, take the cervical spine into extension. Look up at the ceiling. Then lift the chest up and arch the upper back to take the thoracic spine into extension. Use the muscles in your back to pull yourself into as much spinal extension as possible. Keep pushing the hips forward and keep the glute contracted. As the spinal arch increases, push the dumbbell away from the body by reaching both up and back. Try to find a focal point to look at as you arch the spine, as stability is often challenging in this position. How deep can you go? Hold the stretch for the prescribed time before slowly moving the spine back to a neutral position. You might find that you can sink the hips a little lower now. The spinal arching can be performed for repetitions, isometric holds, or a combination of the two. In this video, I did 5 reps with a 15-second hold on the final rep. Give it a try and see how you go. If you've got questions, please leave them in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.